It is a Wednesday, and it is April the 3rd, 2019. The time is approximately 2:18 p.m. I'm here at the Town Hall for the Town of Atlantic Beach, Horry County, South Carolina, 717 30th Avenue South. My purpose is to make a Freedom of Information Act request. I have with me my Public Officials Guide to Compliance with the Freedom of Information Act, and specifically what I'm going to be looking for is at the Town Council meeting on Monday night, 2 nights ago, there was a discussion about transfer of land from the Housing Authority of Atlantic Beach to the Town of Atlantic Beach. The Freedom of Information Act requires that materials that are provided to the public body, distributed or reviewed for their consideration, those types of materials have to be made available on demand when the requester shows up in person, as I am about to do. So we'll see if the Town of Atlantic Beach is going to comply with the state's Freedom of Information Act and with a court order. Hi, how are you today?
Good, Mr. Curry. How are you?
I'm here to make a Freedom of Information Act request. I'd like to see the documents that were reviewed by the council members for the meeting on Monday night.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Mr. Curry, those minutes have not been transcribed yet.
I got a bad habit of interrupting people. I wasn't asking for the minutes, is what I was going to say. This is what the Foia says. All documents produced by the public body or its agent that were distributed to or reviewed by a member of the public body during a public meeting for the preceding 6 months. All I'm interested in is not the last 6 months, just for the meeting that was Monday night. I'd like to see the documents that were produced for the council members to review so they could take their actions. I'm particularly interested in the transfer of land from the Housing Authority to the town of Atlantic Beach and the FEMA reimbursement.
Okay.
Some bodies call that an agenda packet, the things that are given to the council members so they know what's going to be discussed.
You want to see what was presented?
Yes.
No, okay. Hold on.
Thank you.
Yep. Mr. Curry?
Yes.
Right now, we don't have that information.
Okay. It would be unfair for me to say the town didn't comply unless I at least asked. Okay.
Do you need one of these?
Oh, I'm sorry, what do we have here?
That's one of those freedom of information.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I will take it, but just for your information, the order of Judge Cynthia Graham houses, I don't have to fill these out, and neither does anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah. You should have a copy of the court order. Okay, thank you for your time.
Okay, no problem.
Well, not at all a surprise. Again, they do not have the information available that's required to be made available by the Freedom of Information Act. And I was given a copy of the town's Freedom of Information Act request form. This has been addressed by Judge Cynthia Graham Howe. I do not have to fill out this type of form, and neither does anybody else for the information I asked today. It's one of the 4 specific categories of information that a person can ask for in person during regular hours of operation without having to fill out the request form. The other items are minutes of meetings for the last 6 months, crime reports for the last 14 days, and records of people incarcerated, which really doesn't apply to the town of Atlantic Beach since their jail has been inactive for years, if not decades. And just so that we're clear, I can see here in the parking area the vehicle driven by Town Manager Benjamin Quattlebaum. Ending recording.